NISSAN, the UK's largest car production factory, could be unsustainable if Brexit goes ahead without a trade deal, the company warned. The factory, which cost Nissan billions of pounds, has 7,000 staff members. His warning comes after the Sunderland plant announced it will stay open in light of the company's restructuring plans. Mr. Gupta said, "You know, we are the #1 car maker in the UK and we want to continue. We are committed." He also said that its strategic partner and 43% shareholder Renault would assess whether to assume spare capacity at Sunderland. The French government has a 15% stake in Renault. Nissan has previously asked UK and EU negotiators to exempt the 70% of vehicles produced at Sunderland which are sold in the EU from tariffs of 10%. The 10% is, under World Trade Organization rules, the legal default situation in case a deal is not reached. Last week, Michel Barnier, the EU chief negotiator, said the EU would contemplate a 2-year Brexit extension. UK chief negotiator David Frost refuted the possibility, telling MP the government is still set on not extending the transition period beyond the end of the year. According to a deal reached last year, the UK has until the end of this month to request an extension. Nissan last week announced that it was closing down factories in Spain and Indonesia, but the one in Sunderland will remain open. Nissan claimed that Renault might assume the European lead in the firm's global manufacturing alliance, including Mitsubishi, by taking up an approximated 20% spare capacity at the Sunderland space. Renault rebutted the claims last week, saying it currently has no intentions of moving to the UK. Mr. Gupta echoed the claims that any move by its associates would be their decision, and that no such plans had been discussed. When it comes to the allocation of manufacturing, each company will take the decision based on the competitiveness of the plants, he said. Nissan has honoured the Sunderland factory's efforts to remain efficient as well as its hard work. However, the firm said again that it was not enough to ensure it could operate long-term if tariffs were brought into a market which it described last week as non-core. The company only owns a 3% market share of the automobile sector in Europe. Mr. Gupta said recent sales data from China revealed the world's largest vehicle market was bouncing back and Nissan was winning market share. But cars for that market are not manufactured in the UK. While Renault may still decide to move some of its manufacturing to Sunderland, it is unlikely that a company that is 15% owned by the French taxpayer could make it work when Nissan, which has been in the UK for 40 years, claims it cannot. Thank you for watching and don't forget to subscribe our channel to receive the latest news.